Hello everyone, for race number 2 of the Bolt Racing League GNS season number 4. We're in Fort Worth, Texas, presented by PBR Racing. And right now practice underway here, just wrapping up at the 1.5 mile racetrack under the lights here. I'm alongside Eric Couplinger for tonight's race of 180 miles. But first off, we gotta get through qualifying. Who will be on the front row for tonight's race? How will they line up to take the green flag? So practice wrapping up right now. And field separated by pretty much less than half a second. So very close field for tonight overall. So we'll see how qualifying goes as Jaira's on the racetrack right now. As we're looking at Greg Puller right now here in the 32 machine. We'll see how qualifying goes. Like I said, lap times are pretty close together for now, so expect not a lot of variation. So a little mistake here and there is going to make a big impact on your lap and what position you're going to be here on the grid. The drivers, like usual, get 5 minutes of qualifying here. They set 2 laps. Should be plenty of time here at the 1.5 mile racetrack as they're going through 1 and 2. Very, a lot flatter than most 1.5 mile tracks that we went to. 1, 2, and 3 and 4 is completely different. Almost pretty much flat out in these Gen 6 cars, especially at nighttime. Go across the line there. He goes second. Connor Morse up on front row for now. Fastest lap time is a 29.474 for that 89 machine. As Morse to cross the line here, complete his second lap. He does improve quite a bit, 29.277. Hiller also improves, but does not go quicker. DJ Anderson goes third right there. Through 3 and 4 goes DJ Anderson for his second lap here. Get across the line. Will he improve to go pole? No, he does not. He goes to P number 3, jumping Greg Pillar. Jimmy Minch is in second. He goes second. Nathan Fryer in 5th. He's got Justin Ansoga in 5th right now. He's on his first lap. He was actually fastest in practice also, so he's one to watch out for. Can he go on pole position? 2 minutes left in the session. Only 6 drivers have set a lap time. I think there's around 15 cars right now. And only 7 of them now is Cole Sanger. Last week's winner at Daytona goes third on his first lap. As there goes Anasoga. He goes up to P1 by a whole 2/10 over the rest of the field. So Justin Anasoga goes pole for now. As Sam Hoff, he was second in practice. Can he try to get Anasoga off the top of the leaderboard for now? Eric, it looks like these lap times are getting a little quicker as the session goes on.
Yeah, once the track just continues to cool down, the night progresses, it'll just keep doing it faster and faster.
Yeah, I'm not sure, just the faster drivers maybe it's coming out a little later, or maybe the track temp's cooling down possibly, like you said. But here comes Sam Hoff crossing the line. It's going to be not fast enough, about 10th off of Justin Anasoga. So Anasoga stays on pole position for now. Casey Wygant, last season champion. Went at 30.0 his first lap. Not very quick, but we'll see if he goes quicker right now. He's cleaning last place of the drivers who set a lap off of turn 4. 1 minute left in the session. Gonna clip the grass there in the tri-oval. He goes a 29.264. That puts him up to P4 behind Cole Snyder. We still got a few other drivers on the racetrack. Bobby Blowers gonna cross the line here. He goes 29.8. Slow first lap, but that's kind of usually what we've seen so far tonight. Richard O goes 10th ahead of Bobby Blowers. He still has one more lap to go too. As Blowers 29.27, he goes up to 4th place ahead of Pacey Wyjones. Richard O go across line here. Will he improve? He goes to P number 4. He actually no. Time was a little off there, but he actually goes in 9th. That was Bobby Blowers' lap time there, but it looks like everyone has set a lap that they wanted to, and that puts Justin and Sogak up on the front row here tonight for Texas. And gonna start in 1st place. I think track position tonight's gonna be pretty important. It's not the easiest place to pass. I mean, you have turn 1 and turn 2, which is such a flat racetrack. I mean, we see in real life it's so hard to pass, and dirty air, especially in these Gen 6 cars with the big spoilers, is not gonna help these drivers out at all.
That's just gonna make pit stops even more important.
Yeah, definitely.
Make sure you get on and off the pit road correctly. Don't speed. Make sure you're not running over the commitment cone.
Yeah, I mean, they do have 4 sets of tires, so pretty much plenty of tire sets here for 120 laps. You can pit around every 30 or so laps, give or take. So, I mean, we'll probably see quite a bit green flag runs here tonight.
70% fuel for all these races this season.
As these drivers green up right now, we'll take a quick look at our starting grid for tonight's race. There's Justin and Sogak up in 1st place. We saw him get pole position fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying. He's going to be alongside Sam Hoff, who was 2nd in practice and 2nd in qualifying. So 1-2 in practice, 1-2 in qualifying, but 3rd place last week's winner, like I mentioned before. Cole Snyder in that 3rd place machine, in that 3rd place, 24 machine, and Bobby Blowers is outside in that 34. Last season's champion, Casey Wygen in 5th, Connor Morrison in 6th. Jimmy Minch in 7th, PJ Anderson 8th, rounding out your top 10 in the last row of the top 10, Richard Ode and Greg Pillar. 8th, Fryer 11th, Zach Meredith 12th, Casey Ellis 13th, Papa Bear Campbell 14th, Michael Campbell, but John Matthews going to round out your field, 15-car field here tonight in that 15th spot. Guys rolling down pit lane. Should be a fun one here tonight. It's going to be hard to pass. The last time we were at 1.5 mile track last season, Casey Wygen won at Kentucky. So we'll see how he does here at Texas. To me, those two are very similar racetracks. They kind of drive similar, and each of those corners are different. 1 and 2 in Kentucky is different than 3 and 4 by a pretty big margin, but also same here at Texas. So should be interesting to see how Casey Wygen does here. And he's always quick everywhere too. I mean, it's the reason why he was last season's champion. Like you kind of mentioned, just can't have any mistakes here. They're on pit road during cautions or even during green flag, especially not during green flag, because it's gonna be hard to make up those spots here. We'll see what happens. His pace lights are off, so you're going green this time by.
Last season we did not have a race here at Texas, so these drivers, I don't know when's the last time they've run Gen 6 here at Texas, so could be something to get used to. His pace truck pulls off right now.
Yeah, pace truck pulls off, and Justin and Sogak gonna lead us to the green this time by into the restart zone, and green flag is in the air, and we are underway here at Texas for 120 laps, 180 miles. Through 1 and 2 they go, still side by side for the race lead. Hoff on the outside and Sogak on the inside. A little bit of contact. Connor Morris a little loose there, keeping it straight under the lights here. As Hoff really pinching and Sogak down the racetrack to try to get green off the corner. Who will lead coming to the line? It's going to be Hoff by a nose at the line to lead that 1-1. And Hoffer really sends into 1 and 2 on the outside lane. He's going to take the race lead away from Sogak. There's Cole Snyder behind him too.
They start to single call it out. This is top, I say, 6 cars here. Because I don't know how racy these guys will be in these opening laps. Just try to save your tires. You're side by side back here with the 19. The Anderson.
7th place spot right there. As Casey Widgeon to the inside of Cole Snyder right now.
Yeah, one place to watch today is that exit off turn 2. Just make sure you don't hit the wall in the back straightaway. I already saw Connor Morris in the wall on lap 1 out of turn 2. He went from, I believe, 6th all the way down to 11th.
Yeah, right now the top 5 or so single file out. Jimmy mentioned on the outside. That's Richard O on his inside right there. Seems like the outside lane has been the preferred lane so far. Just being able to pinch people down and run on the outside of them, pass them. But everyone else pretty much single file out. We got a side-by-side battle here for the top 10 position. Connor Morris and Nathan Fryer. As John Matthews has exited the session, he's 3 laps down. So I'm not sure what happened to him. Did not catch that, but he is out of tonight's race early on. Right now, Sam Hoff leads as everyone else just completely single file here on lap number 5.
Here in GNS this season, there is a start and park rule, so the driver must complete at least half of the laps in order to earn points. John Matthews looks to gain nothing from this race so far.
Yeah, I didn't catch what happened to him. I'm not sure if he got in an incident by himself or not, but he does have a fast career if that is the case. But
and it's 0 points if you don't run it and you don't get involved in a wreck. So if you do get damaged and your race is over before the halfway mark, you can still get points.
There's a little bit of side-by-side action here. Around 10th place spot again. Connor Morris, Greg Pillar right there. Nathan Fryer ahead of them. As Bobby Blowers making a move on Jimmy Mensch. As Mensch pulling back a little bit on Richard O now. As Mensch stuck on the inside lane. As Fryer going to look to the inside now. As actually that's DJ Anderson, excuse me. To the inside Jimmy Mensch for that 7th place spot. Gets out on the outside, get a clear DJ Anderson as Casey Widgeon looking for a move on the inside of Cole Snyder. Snyder gonna shut the door on him.
Doing the dirty air. Slides up the track there. There's the ball throughout the field.
And no one seems like to be able to pull away too much. I think tire is gonna be a pretty big factor here tonight. Kind of mentioned how hard it is to pass. We haven't really seen a lot of people come back to the front. As Sam Hoff actually breaking the draft here. Interesting strategy there for that 71 machine. Maybe a little early here to try to break the draft, but we'll see how it plays out for him as Richard O. One jar on the move is Richard O right now. He's up to 5th place. Started 9th, I believe, and he's already side by side with Bobby Blowers.
Yeah, he almost hit the wall off of turn 2. A few laps ago, I believe it was 2 laps to go.
Ooh, got off the race lead, heating up now as Justin and Sogak, I think, was looking to the outside of Sam Hoff as Hoff could go to the block to the inside. And that's going to allow everyone else to maybe take advantage of that one as Hoff leaves the outside lane open. And Sogak to the outside. He's to his quarter panel. He's there. He's going to lead this lap. And Sogak finally leads that one lap. He's started on pole, but hasn't won a lap since lap 11 right there. Hoff gets tight up the racetrack. Little contact. That's going to allow Cole Snyder. Watch out for that 24 machine. He's going to get a good run. Here goes Casey Widgeon now. 3 wide for second.
Yeah, these top 4 have broken away from the field, but Richard Ode and the rest of the field on their way right now, especially it being this racy up front, and they're already here.
So there's Richard Ode making an aggressive move on Sam Hoff. Hoff goes from the lead all the way down to 4th and maybe in 5th here on this lap. It's crazy how quick things can turn around here as Cole Snyder gets second away from Pacey Wygent. But battle for race lead. Kind of dying down here. A little battle for third as Cole Snyder with a huge run and Sogak right there. As you kind of see how big a run these guys can get down that back straightaway.
Flowers to the inside of Ode. That is for 5th place. So they're really inside of 23. Don't know if he's able to complete the pass. Ode all the
way up the racetrack. Not sure Texas, you can go all the way up there and make a good run.
Look for the lead. Cole Snyder outside.
We've seen the outside be the best passing opportunity here tonight so far. Already 13 laps into the race. This outside lane has been really good to make some moves as Cole Snyder takes the race lead here on lap number 13. A big shove from Pacey Wygent for Anna Sogak. He's going to stay alongside Snyder. Snyder not clear yet as they're 2x2. 3 cars deep. He's looking a little mini pack race here right now. Sam Hoff back up to second. Can he challenge for the race lead and take it back?
Yeah, Flowers had to back out there. I think Ode got in his way and he really had to step off the throttle there. He fell back a few car lengths. He's going to lose about 2 spots here. So we go back to mostly single file here.
Yeah, it was a little single file in the mid-pack there, middle of the first 15 laps from about lap 5 to probably around 10 or so. But it's really heating up here once these tires start wearing. People are able to make some moves as here comes Sam Hoff. Going to try to reclaim his race lead back he had. Led lap number 1. He's going to take the race lead back on lap 15.
Yeah, when Cole Snyder took the lead, I'm just surprised like how high he went. He was about like 2 lanes up off the inside lane, 2 or 3 lanes. You got to like break the side draft and just ooh.
Flowers way up the racetrack too. Not what you want to do in turn 1 and 2 at Texas. Big good run though. But man, Anna Sogak all the way down to 5th place. This shows how quickly, I mean, we saw with Sam Hoff too when he got correct change a little bit here. Just how quickly you can fall back once someone gets to your outside lane. Or, yeah, once they get to your outside. But here goes Wygent now and Cole Snyder to the inside.
Wygent sends it in there. Snyder holding strong in the outside lane though, going really wide. So is Hoff. Hoff really had to back out, it seems like.
Yeah, tire we're playing a factor now. And a little tail for 2. You mentioned that earlier also.
Snyder had to run, had to back out into 3. He's got the dirty air right now. Wygent send it in there again. So we got a little bit of multi-group action. We got all 3 lanes being used. Got this lead pack.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised it happened. I mean, we didn't really see that with the newer tires for the first like 7 or 8 laps. But once these tires start wearing out, it's definitely a lot more multi-group than I thought it would be. But Sam Hoff doing a good job, kind of like 2-3 car lengths out in front. Kind of working both lanes, making everyone get dirty air. I think that's kind of his strategy right now. They're still side by side for 2nd and 4th behind them. As Richard O, a man on the mission right now, up to 4th place. I believe he started 9th. He's up 5 positions. We can check here quickly. Yeah, Richard O up 5 positions. Easily most of anyone on the field. As soon as I said that, Bobby Blowers is around on his outside, and here comes Anna Sogak also on his outside lane. As here comes Snyder looking the inside. Not close enough though on the race lead. It's 20 laps in this race. It's been very interesting so far.
Carmore's all the way up near the wall. I don't know what happened to him. And he's in the wall, I think, off of turn 2 there. Might have just clipped it.
Yeah, oh, down in the 8th place. I was saying how good of a run he had. He was up to 4th, and now he's down to 8th. We've seen that a lot here tonight so far. Once you get just kind of stuck on the bottom, nowhere to go, and just kind of fall back quickly. Now Pacey Wygent to the inside lane. We'll see if it works out for him. This one 1 and 2. Snyder with a good run off of 2 probably. Can Wygent clear? Not enough though. Snyder, you can just see how much quicker he is on the back straightaway. Being able to pinch Wygent down maybe in 3 and 4. Gives him plenty of room, pinches him off the exit. Wygent gets tight though. And he also got that, he has that dirty air from Sam Hoff also up ahead. Wygen does clear center, gets a good run off of 2. You gotta work together to try to get up to Hoff up ahead. But Bobby Blauer's up to 4th. Justin and Sogak in 5th right there. As a final single file out there, after about 15 laps of pretty hard battling, kind of just cycles out to kind of how it was before. Hoff in the lead and Snyder in 3rd, Wygen 2nd. Pretty much the same order as it was, but a little mix up here as Blauers. It's a really tight 1-2. He looked to the inside, got some massive dirty air from the 2 drivers ahead of him. There's Aaron Sogak to his inside, got to take advantage of that one. But he doesn't have any draft on the back straightaway. He's going to have some dirty air in the 3 and 4. Snyder way up the racetrack. There's Aaron Sogak to his inside lane for 3rd. And Sogak, can you clear Snyder off of 2? Looks like he will be able to as he clears him into 3. So here comes Blauers on the inside of Snyder right there. And Sogak up to 3rd now. Blauers gets really tight. Seems like Blauers is really tight on entry in turn 1 and 2. A lot tighter than anyone else. Maybe just wear out his right front a little bit more than anyone else on the racetrack.
On the outside of Acor makes the pass on Wygen. A little bit of side draft there.
Yeah, really good move there. We'll see how.
Snyder looks low. Flowers around the outside looking on Wygen.
He is there, and Wygen got to watch out. They're getting freight trained. He has Snyder on the outside there too. And there's Connor Morse too. Could take advantage of this one. Little side drop in the middle of the corner there off the exit of 4. Snyder to his outside lane, and the top 3 kind of pulling away from these guys. Wygen does clear Snyder. Snyder looking for the crossover down the back straightaway. Wygen does have draft though. Snyder has the better run. In the 3 and 4 they go. Snyder's going to get some dirty air. Seems like the bottom has been not the preferred lane to make the moves here. But the top 3 have got back up together here. And no one's able to get away yet. Hoff was away. Hoff was about 3 or so furlongs ahead, but the car stopped there as that's John Matthews actually. But back on the track. But side by side, Justin and Sogak to stay alongside Bobby Blauers, but he clears him off at 2. Blauers looked for the move there, just not able to make it work. As here goes Aaron Sogak to the inside of Hoff. Hoff left the door open. Hoff gonna try to pinch him to the bottom of the racetrack, side by side. Down the front straightaway they go. The top 6 have really pulled away from the rest of the field as Aaron Sogak really sends it into 1 and 2. Up the racetrack they go. It's like deja vu all over again. As Aaron Sogak gets taped up the racetrack, as here comes Bobby Blauers behind them, and watch out for Aaron Sogak to fall back all the way down to 6th place. As there goes Blauers to the top side, gonna make it 3 wide for the race lead. Aaron Sogak clears. He's up to 1st place, gets past Hoff, and we got Aaron Sogak back up to the race lead here on lap 30. As Hoff now looks to the inside lane, up the racetrack they go. Really tight contact up the racetrack. And Sogak pulls off for now. Hoff gets tight. Here comes a Wygen now to the inside. Bobby Blauers to the top as a 3 wide for 2nd. As here comes Blauers with a good run down the back straight away. He goes for the race lead.
Two by 3 here on lap 30.
There's a big move for Pacey Wygen there as Hoff up the racetrack he goes. He gets tight.
Yeah, I noticed that Wygen just continuously sends it in on the inside lane in turn 1. The outside lane has the momentum now.
Hoff sends it. Oh, what a move by Aaron Sogak. Closes the door. Does not let Hoff get to his inside lane. Gives him some dirty air. It's Pacey Wygen now side by side with Cole Snyder behind for 3rd. As this is some intense racing here at Texas. I didn't expect the racing to get better once the tires start wearing out, to be honest with you. But that really surprised me. We're 32 laps in this run, and the racing is best as it has been this whole night. As they slot in line, single file out here for a little bit, and I'm guessing it won't be long before they start battling it out again for this race lead. So that's Connor Morris on the very top side, trying to make some work there. Everything inside of Pacey Wygant. Gonna back out of that one. Flowers now taking inside of Morris. Morris closed the door on him as a single foul out here. And Sogak pulling away just a little bit, but we'll see if Hoff can reel him back in. We haven't really seen anyone be able to pull away too far out, but we'll see how it plays out here. As pit stops just around the corner, I think. With 70% fuel, I'm not sure exactly the full distance on the fuel, but I'm guessing it'll be around 60 or so laps. But right now it's Hugh Carlington between each driver. Sogak really pulling away as Sam Hoff and him really pulled away from these drivers behind him. Pacey Wygant about half a second back from Sam Hoff. And the tire wear starting to really fall off here for these drivers. They're about a second half to a second slower a lap from the fastest lap time. And the battling kind of slowing down a little bit here as we reach lap 36. Lap traffic up ahead. I think that's Greg Pillar, maybe. Yes. No, it's not. That would be the 70 of Papa Baylor Campbell up ahead, just ahead of Sogak. Sam Hoff closing back down, and Pacey Wygant also closing the gap back down. But Connor Morris a little further back there in that 5th place spot with Bobby Blowers. Could be a little bit worrisome here for those two drivers kind of losing the draft here. Kind of like a smaller super speedway. This lap traffic ahead could easily be able to get around that one. As Hoff having a little trouble there. Lap traffic, Pacey Wygant gonna take advantage.
That was close. Almost through right in turn 3. It is now.
It's Hoff side by side.
You're side drafting Wygant a lot. Got right up next to him on his door.
It's allowing Justin and Sogak to go away a little bit. Now the gap's to the race lead about 7/10 for these drivers. Oh, look, almost some contact. Wygant gets really tight on entry there. The Hoff clears.
Wygant, put Snyder into the wall there. Try to close the door on him. Not enough.
Snyder
He's going to lose out.
Does get around. Not quite enough, though. Off of turn 4, we'll see what happens here. But the gap now for the race lead for Sam Hoff is 1 second. The biggest we've seen all night long so far here on lap 40, 1/3 of the way through a 120 lap race. That's 92 of Nathan Breyer. He already pitted. He was one of the first drivers to come down pit lane. So here comes Pacey Wygant now. Good show from Cole Snyder, but now the gap has opened up a big time right now. for Justin and Sogak. As here comes Sam Hoff down pit lane. Oh, sliding, spinning sideways, locking them up. Terrible pit road entry, but he don't believe he got speeding. But Richard O also coming down pit lane. A lot smoother for that 78 machine, I would say.
Yeah, good for Hoff not completely spinning it around.
We'll see if he got a penalty there, but once he gets to his box, but that allows Justin and Sogak to pull away a little bit more. And he's coming down pit lane this time by. Let's see how tough it is for him. It looks a lot smoother than Sam Hoff, but Pacey Wajin takes the race lead. Also behind him, Connor Morse down pit lane. So these guys are paying it around lap 40, so they're looking for a 2-stop race here tonight. Lap 40 and lap 80 is their goal here. As there's Nathan Fry on the outside lane with those new tires, he's going to lap himself one time. Looks like Sam Hoff did not get a penalty there, so luckily for him, kept it under the speed limit, didn't spin out, but still probably lost a lot of time there.
I think Snyder's spinning because he just let Bobby Blowers fly up and wiped it down pit road.
So Blowers takes the race lead. As Justin Ansogak in pit lane, he's dropping the jack right there. We'll see where Sam Hoff comes out.
Spins the tires a bit too on that 8 machine.
Hoff coming across the line this time by right now. Ansogak in the middle 1-2. We'll see how it plays out here down the back straightaway they go. And he has a huge lead over Hoff right there. Hoff not even down the back straightaway yet. There he is. There's Connor Morse right there behind him. As right now Ansogak has a 2.2 second lead over Sam Hoff. We'll see what Pacey Wajin slots himself out as he's coming off the pit lane. Same with Cole Snyder. There's Justin Ansogak as he's coming off the pit lane, or crossing line, 3-1-2. He's got a huge advantage over Pacey Wajin. Ansogak in third right now. We'll see how it slots out after one comes through. Sam Hoff, Connor Morse, Pacey Wajin, Cole Snyder. Those are drivers in order right there. Is Papa Bear Campbell coming down pit lane. That was Bobby Blowers down pit lane also. Coming out of his box right now. On the racetrack, but Justin Ansogak takes the race lead back. He has a huge margin over Sam Hoff. 2.1 seconds. Which basically just doubled his lead during those pit stops. And Sam Hoff made the big mistake on the pit lane. Cost him about 1 second there on pit lane. 1.5 to be exact. Battle for fourth, heating up. Bobby Blowers just came off the pit lane. Pacey Wajin has a little more heat in his tires as Bobby Blowers has colder tires. But Blowers has a lap advantage if he wants to use them up. They're side by side for fourth place. Snyder's a little side drop there from Wajin. Blowers is not quite able to clear Pacey Wajin enough to get in front of him. Taking him down the back straightaway, but Wajin holding on strong to the inside lane, not letting Blowers get clear of him. Blowers with the good run off of 2 here. I think he's definitely going to clear Wajin, and yes, he does. The gap now between these drivers is 4.4 seconds to the race leader, Justin Ansogak, out in front, as Sam Hoff has a 2.6 second gap between him and the 8 machine. And this, you mentioned it in the pre-race, the pit stops and the mistakes being made is going to really what's the key part of tonight's race, as Pacey Wajin now under attack from Connor Morse, is Morse on the top side of Blowers. Excuse me, I think I said Wajin there, but Connor Morse to the outside lane. As Blowers looking to make a move here on Connor Morse for that top 3 position. Blowers has about 2 lap pressure tires in Connor. So Morse he's got slot in line behind Blowers, and they probably got to work together as nope, crossover move there. Morse to the inside lane, gonna get that clean air probably. And now they probably have to work together to try to get up to Sam Hoff up ahead.
Stop traffic in the way of the 89. Oh, and Biden's going to get around him too. Oh, no.
And
We're really stuck behind.
Wygen uses it perfectly as a pick there, but that's not what Connor Morse probably wants to see. He's probably really frustrated with that 70 machine right there.
Still can't get around.
Yeah, I mean, operator Michael Campbell, came down pit lane just a lap ago, so he has way fresher tires than these guys, but then he finally lets these guys by. But right now, Justin Sogak really pulling away from Sam Hoff as he got now 3 seconds between these two drivers. Ooh, that's Campbell on the outside wall there. Raises it down the back straightaway. Morse now to the inside Wygen. Lost the position to the lap car. He gets it back there. 2, 3, and 4. Sam Hoff falling back big time here from Justin Sogak. But look at Bobby Blowers. He has about 2 lap fresher tires in that 8 machine. He was about 4 tenths quicker than Justin Sogak. As there goes Blowers, sending it to the outside lane, turn 1 and 2. Way up the racetrack he goes. Gonna try to get a run off of turn 2 there. Not able to. Hoff closes the door down the back straightaway. Goes Blowers to the inside, up the racetrack he goes, gets tight contact between him and Hoff.
Yeah, these drivers have really been sending it in on the inside lane in turn 1. Wygen mostly. If you have a driver.
Oh, around goes Blowers! Morse to the inside lane, Blowers. Not sure if he tried to block or something there, but around he goes, and he had the freshest tires on the field. And now he's down to 6th place. We'll take a quick look at that one. Happening really right in front of us. I mean, I'm not sure. Can't really tell from that angle. Somewhat, if Morse came down, came up. Looks just they kind of just got together there. I don't know if you can really blame completely one on the other. I think Flowers just didn't realize Morse had that big of a run on his inside lane. But Wygen is now attacking Morse now to the inside lane. He goes. That really separates Hoff and Morse right there. There's Cole saying that fifth place spot. Right behind Morse right on the outside lane. Still side by side for 3rd. We're almost to the halfway point of this race. As Wygen clears, the Morse looking for the crossover move down the back straightaway. And he does clear him down to 3 and 4. Wygen back to the outside lane again, and Wygen gonna clear down the back. It seems like who's just whoever was on the outside in turn 1 and 2 is the person who's gonna clear down the back straight away. Outside lane has been really good to make some moves here tonight so far. Morris on the outside of Snyder. Snyder looking for a move on the inside lane. Down the back straight away they go. Side by side still for fourth place. Snyder almost clear Morris right there as he's got Bryson in 1-2 here and try to get clear there. Looks like he will. It's Morris side by side with the lap traffic there. As we're halfway through the race, 60 laps down, 60 laps to go. Expect the pit stops here in about 20 laps or so. As right now, Justin Anasogak in the race lead big time, 3.5 seconds over Sam Hoff, our pole sitter, looking really good after those pit stops. Casey Washington, Cole Sanger closes cars on the racetrack. You also have Connor Morris and Bobby Blowers. You saw what happened to these two last time they were side by side. How aggressive will Blowers be to get around this 89 machine?
At this point of the race, these drivers are just getting more tired, a bit worn out. Just make sure you got to stay focused and not make a mistake.
Yeah, all those laps green. I mean, I think we've been green for 64 laps so far. And I mean, at this point, you're around 30 or so minutes into the race. Your arm's a little tired, maybe a little exhausted, a little tired also. But side by side, up the racetrack they go. Blauer is probably not going to give him too much room there. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, I would say. There's no contact there again. Not sure who got into who, but Morris going to go way up the racetrack, and Blowers is going to slide his way up to fifth. Watch for the crossover here from Morris right there. These two have been tangling in the past few laps. Side by side for fifth. They're on here. 2, 3, and 4. Morris almost clears, just not enough. Blowers sticks his outside lane. Blowers has about 2 lap pressure tires in this 89 machine. Flowers finally clears that, clears Morse right there. He's watching around some lap traffic of Greg Pillow. Actually, that's Nathan Fryer. Maybe a little contact there between him and the 92 there. Here goes Cole Center singing it to the bottom of the racetrack. And they are catching up to Sam Hoff up ahead. We'll see what happens here for the battle for second. It's lap traffic. To the inside of Cole Snyder there. Flowers is around the lap traffic there. Just really right now, the battle for second is the most interesting battle on the racetrack, as we mentioned before. Justin Anasogak basically gone right now from the rest of the field. Sam Hoff just kind of holding on, trying to make it to his next pit stop cycle before these guys behind him catch up to him. Bobby Blowers back up in the mix here. Right behind Cole Snyder and Pacey Wajin as these three are all catching up to Sam Hoff here. So about for second, heating up here in his next few laps. Pit stops also coming up here shortly in the next 10 laps or so. As side by side, Blowers and Snyder. Blowers to the inside lane, Snyder to the top. Blowers going to clear Snyder to entry of 1. Snyder not going to fight back here. Blowers moves himself up to 4th as his next target is Pacey Wajin right up ahead of him. Sam Hoff gets really tough for 2. Pacey Wajin with great runs side by side again. Bobby Blowers in full center. Snyder, Blowers side by side. Pacey Wajin has caught up with Sam Hoff up ahead. About for second as Wajin, there he goes to the bottom, sending it down the racetrack. And he is clear with a slide job move. Will Hoff do the crossover? No, he won't. He will stay behind Wajin. Actually, he does. He goes, peeks to the inside lane, goes side draft Wajin down the back straight away. Behind them, Blowers finally clears Snyder for 4th. And Hoff sends it back up the racetrack. He goes up to 2nd. Another crossover move, almost some contact between Wajin and Hoff as we're getting really aggressive here for a 2nd place spot.
Contact right there between the 71 and 00. Brings Blowers to the picture along with Cole Snyder. Blowers looking to go 3 wide. He pushes YJ into Curry. And he backs out 30 air.
Has a 4-car battle per second right now. Kind of a mini restrictor plate track, it seems like at some times. This driver is 30 laps into this run right now. The tires are definitely worn out. We'll see how the tire, if anyone's saved enough tires to really make a difference. I think the Wajin and Blowers have done a really good job saving their tires. Obviously, they have a little bit newer tires than Sam Hoff, but Wajin gets around Hoff. We'll see if he can pull away from these guys behind him. Oh, almost some contact between Blowers and Hoff there. Actually gets Blowers way too out the racetrack. He goes. Cole Snyder going to take advantage. He's going to try to get his inside of Hoff. Hoff closes the door. Snyder falls back just a little bit as Blowers and Snyder side by side once again.
Looks like Snyder's going to use the 71 as a pick here. No, Blowers able to clear Snyder.
It looks like Hoff might be trying to pit here. Or he really backed out right there.
No, it seems he just really backed out. That hurt Snyder too.
Yeah, Hoff really back. I thought he was maybe looking for come down pit lane that time by, but he really just backed out.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he got really tight there. As there goes Snyder, easily by Hoff, expecting Hoff to pit really quickly here. As one driver down pit lane, Greg Pillar, and that's 32 machine. Also Connor Morse coming down pit lane, first driver. Oh, it's really loose there, and he's gonna stop and just reset, I guess. I mean, must have got speeding penalty there. Pacey Wajin closing the gap now on the race leader, Justin and Sogak. But I think the gap's just a little bit too big. 3.4 seconds with about 20, excuse me, not 20, 45 laps to go or so. A little bit less than that. 42.
I just won a few races here on LRN based on pit strategy, but 3 seconds, it's just a hard gap to make up.
Yeah, it's something hard gap to make up, especially on who's in the race lead. Justin and Sogak has been pretty much perfect once he got his race lead back. And after the pit stop cycle.
Practice, gas system qualifying. The person to be all night long.
Yeah. One thing he did not want to see is that Irish and yellow flag right there. That would really hurt his chances because once the short run speed I don't think was as good as these guys, but his long run speed is really, really quick. Only 40 laps to go this time by. Expect Hoff to come out pit lane here shortly, and a lot of these other drivers to do so also. Go on board Bobby Blowers right now, see what he's saying, trying to get around pace of Elijah. Looks like he's just trying to get a little clean air in the 1-2 here, running a little higher than Wygen. As Sam Hoff down pit lane. Like I mentioned, he was the first driver to pit last time. He's the first driver to pit on the second pit stops here.
These drivers up front started pitting about 42, 45 laps into their first run.
Yeah, they're around lap 40 into the run right now, so expect any moment these drivers come out of pit lane, as they've really closed the gap here on Sogak. It's gap down to 2.7 now, so it's definitely not over yet for the race lead, but side by side for third right now by Blowers and Cole Snyder setting up the racetrack again. We've seen this happen multiple times, and that is Justin Sogak. Down pit lane he goes with 37 laps to go.
He pitted on lap 42, and he's going to pit again with 36 to go.
Blowers and Snyder, these guys have been side by side a lot here in the second half of this pit cycle. Here comes Pace Wygen down pit lane. Locks up as always, there's a spin right ahead of him. That's 19 of DJ Anderson. No caution for that one since he was on pit lane. But side by side right now for the race lead on the racetrack, Cole Snyder and Bobby Blowers. We'll see where Pacey Wygen comes off the racetrack compared to Justin and the Sogak. But there's like Blowers and Snyder coming up pit lane right here. Wygen in his box right now. Gonna drop the jack the way he goes. And Sogak gonna come by right here pretty shortly. Right there he goes. So we'll see what the margin is once they come off the pit lane. Wygen was about 7/10 slower in pit lane than Anna Sogak, and Sam Hoff right there getting by Pacey Wygen. Wygen has about 3 lap first tires in that 71 machine, so the gap between him and Sogak now is about 5 seconds. So the gap has grown quite a bit from Pacey Wygen to Justin and Sogak. When they pitted, it was about 2.7. And there goes Cole Snyder and Bobby Blowers off pit lane they go. Everyone pretty much separated by a few seconds here so far. 33 laps to go. Sam Hoff second, Pacey Wygen third, Bobby Blowers fourth, Cole Snyder fifth. As your top 5 right now. Jimmy Minch in 6th, Casey Ellis 7th, Nathan Fryer 8th, Papa Bear Campbell 9th, and DJ Anderson rounding out your top 10 right now. 6 cars on the lead lap so far. Everyone has made their final pit stop here for tonight's race, unless we get a late race caution. which would shake up everything.
These drivers have been fairly clean throughout the race. We've seen a lot of drivers overcook the entry to pit road and almost spin. We saw Bobby Lowry spin off the 89 and he turned through early in the race, but no caution so far. Another problem following the race, tried to spin on the exit of turn 2, just hitting the wall up there on exit. A lot of these drivers be a multi-group race tonight, just go really high up in turn 1 and 2 we've seen, and just run out of the room.
And right now, so far, only one driver is taking a fast grip for tonight's race. That's DJ Anderson in that 19 machine 9. Look at Bobby Blowers. He's closing out now on Pacey Wygent. The gap between Wygent and Justin Ansogak is 4.7 seconds with 30 laps to go. I just don't think Wygent or Blowers will have enough time to make up to Ansogak. Sam Hoff, his tires are way older than Ansogak, but Ansogak plays about a few tenths quicker than that 8 machine, so we'll see if that Ansogak just kind of saving his stuff up and making sure he doesn't over push his tires and overheat them these next 30 laps. The Blowers gets around Pacey Wygent. I think Wygent's letting by. He knew he was quicker than him. But we'll see how it plays out here. 29 laps to go. Can Bobby Blowers get up to second place here? It's going to be really tough for him to get up to that race lead. But in the meantime, let's do a little Ellerin crank it up here on lap 29. We got some Ellerin crank it up here as we're under lights here in Fort Worth, Texas. As Justin Ansogak in the race lead by 3.2 seconds over Sam Hoff, but the battle for second. Heating up here as here comes Bobby Blowers and Pacey Wygent working together these last few laps to catch up to that 71 machine. They have low pressure tires due to the pit stops, about 4 lap pressure tires in that 71 machine. And they make the move for second. With here 24 laps to go, I think they'll easily be able to go around Sam Hoff, but we'll see how well Hoff defends. He's been really good defending here tonight so far, but it's going to be hard to hold him off for 24 laps.
The slam store giving him dirty air in turn 3. I think they could just get around him here on the outside lane in 1 and 2. Flowers looks high, sends it in more than Hoff does. Exactly like I said, around the outside lane in turn 1 and 2. Hoff gonna
contact.
side Wygent. Yeah, makes contact, trying to close door in the lap car, and does. A little backs off in that 70 car. off trying to get to Wygen, but we'll see. He'll have to send it in at turn 1.
I think he just has way older tires than that everyone else around him, and he really backs up the entry there. This is their year for the first time in his run here tonight. Is after his second pit stop.
Still got about 5 seconds back to full siding. Or fourth there. Saturday just past the start finish line now.
Now, Justin Anderson still got 3 seconds ahead. 21 laps to do it. About to gain about 10th and a half a lap, if my math is correct. But I mean, really, they only have to gain about a 10th a lap, and maybe like a little bit more a 10th a lap to get to the draft of Anderson. They have about 3 lap fresher tires in that machine. They're about 10th quicker last time by, but I think they all have to work together. They can't battle at all. They even want to have a chance. The gap now under 3 seconds here. And all they got to do is get in that drafting range. And anything can happen there in these last few laps here. As we've seen the draft very strong here at Texas tonight. There's Arisoyak off of 2 right there. There's Blowers and Wygen. And 10th, Blowers has been a 10th quicker than Arisoyak up in front. Take a quick look at the comparison there between these 2 drivers. Bottom of your screen right there. That's not exactly. Compare the first few laps, but we can change the ticker right there from the gaps to the last lap there. Last lap by, they're also another 10th quicker there, so they're slowly taking away that gap from Sogak. So this race is definitely not over for Bobby Blowers and Pacey Wygen.
Yeah, the cops are doing even more favors. Just make sure you gotta have clean the track ahead of you. Gotta have Sogak get slowed down on stop traffic, but can't be the same for the 34.
Oh, they all get tight, Hoff in the wall. They got all of them got super tight off of turn 2, just overdriving it a little bit, it seems like.
Yeah, it looks like they just all followed Flowers in there.
What the gap is this time by. It's 2.7 seconds between Bobby Blowers and Justin Sogak. Blowers another 10th quicker than last time by. I just don't think they have enough time to catch up to that 8 machine there. I'm not sure if there's any lap traffic ahead. Quick look there, and looks like there is actually. So that could maybe lose Justin a few tenths here and there. And that's all these drivers leaving behind. Just them to lose a few tenths. Trying to balance some lap traffic. It's actually interesting enough. Something just came up on my screen. Zachary Mayer just entered the racetrack. His first lap out on the racetrack. Not sure what happens to the 57 machine, but he's coming out on the racetrack with 15 laps to go. So that's some interesting news there. But
I don't think he'll be getting any points because of the certain park rule, but I mean, if he just wants to run a few laps, we'll go for it.
Sam Hoff getting around Pacey Wygen there. We thought Hoff would fall off a little bit more than that one, but looks like he's trying to battle up to Pacey Wygen. But if these 3 start battling, that basically kisses away their chances to win. They're both sideways off of 2. Not sure if they got into each other, but I didn't see any contact there, but they both got really loose off of turn 2. up the racetrack they go, still side by side for third. As Wygant clears off of Hoff. Let's take a quick look back at off of turn 2. I'm not sure if it was actual contact, but Hoff just got a little loose there, or a little tight, excuse me. Got in the Wygant's left rear, and not gone both completely sideways off of turn 2 there. That's 12 laps to go, now 11. And so got 2.4 seconds ahead. Flowers takes another 10th out of the lead. At this rate, it's going to be pretty much impossible unless Ansogak makes a big mistake. He's already got around the lap traffic of Greg Pillar. But Flowers has a little bit of drop from Pillar there, but also some dirty air, so it's kind of pro and con there. Pillar stays way up the racetrack. He goes. Flowers is to his inside lane, and Wygant and Hoff. Wygant stuck behind the lap traffic there for a little bit.
I'm surprised that Hoff's been able to stay so close to Flowers and Wygant here. Thought his older tires would really start to make him fall back, but he stayed within a second of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, we saw how fast these guys caught up to him and got around him pretty easily. So I figured he would just kind of fall off a little bit, but I mean, that kind of just shows you the power of the draft, it seems like. Even if your tires are a little bit not as good as the guys in front of you, you can kind of just use the draft to stay with them for a few more laps than you would otherwise. I think Flowers and Wygant both know you're not going to get up to the race lead here. So we'll see if these two drivers will duke it out for second. With 8 laps to go, this should be a fun one here. These two drivers have put on some pretty good battles throughout the last season. And we'll see what these guys can do in these last 8 laps for a second place spot. Looks like they're just kind of even right now. Wygant's not really able to catch up with Flowers there. Just the dirty air effect. These tires are pretty old. 27 laps old for Flowers, 28 laps old for Wygant. And so got up in the distance. 1.7 is the gap. But like we mentioned before, 6 laps to go. Just not enough time unless Ansogak makes a huge mistake here. It's Hoff in the wall. His tires are really killed right now.
And there goes his chances to catch Wygant and Flowers here with that impact. Pretty good hit too.
Yeah, it's going to give him definitely some aero damage there. And that's probably going to eliminate his shot at a top 3 spot here late in this race with 5 to go. It's 4 laps to go. The laps are ticking down. Will Wygant be able to make a move on Bobby Flowers?
I think we should go on board of Wygant here, these closing laps. Just so we can better see what line he's running compared to Flowers.
Looks like he's running way up the racetrack a little bit in 1-2, diving it down, getting that clean air. Perfect run there. He may have a chance down this back straightaway. he closes the gap there. We get the clean air up the racetrack. He goes a little bit in that clean air, half his car up the racetrack compared to Blowers. Just not enough there.
We're within 2 seconds now of GNS Hojak.
Ooh, Wygen has to get out the gas there. It's really tight. And 2 laps to go. He really just loses all his momentum there. I don't think he's going to get up to second place. He had a shot there. He got a good round for 2 last time. But makes that mistake. Got some dirty air there. And Wygen going to fall back to about 3/10 behind Bobby Blowers. But white flag in the air, Justin Yanosogak. Dominating performance here in the second half of this race. After the first pit stop, he never looked back from the race lead.
He's been dominating all night too. Fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying. He's been up front all night. Just a dominating performance by him.
Off for turn 4, Justin Yanosogak comes to Texas and he wins here in the Lone Star State. And Justin Yanosogak wins here at Texas. As Blowers will finish second, Pacey Wygen will round out your top 3 position in third. As 6 drivers finish on the lead lap, the last one being Jimmy Minch in that 6th place position. And the race goes caution free tonight. All 120 laps green, all 180 miles green. Is everyone getting congrats bumps there for Sogak? I'm not sure why it's giving Bobby Blowers right there, but my bad there. But Justin Sogak, the race winner. He's going to be burnt down here on the front straightaway. As he parks on the front straightaway, continue to use some burnouts here on that 8 machine. He's going to reset there. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with the top 3 interviews. We're back live here at Texas. I'm going to speak to our top three finishers. First off, could be Justin Sogak. Excuse me. We'll bring him into the booth here. Oh, Justin, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So you get the win here at Texas. Talk us through your race. You had kind of went down to fifth place there at the first stint right there, but got to the race lead after your first pit stop and never looked back. Talk us through that.
To be honest, I was just saving a little gas at the beginning and saving a little tire and just letting those guys race. And then thankfully they got side by side going into one or three, and I was able to scoot away from the draft a little bit, and then so they couldn't draft back up. I did not realize how strong the draft is in these cars on Model halves. This is only the second time I really raced them, so I didn't really know what to expect. But this is my home track, and I always wanted to run good here. And then once I got away from them, it was just save tire, save a little gas, and then make a hard push to the finish.
Yeah, you did a good job managing once you got that big race lead. Talk us through how you just kind of managed your race after that after you pulled away from the drivers behind.
Well, I knew if I can pit between whoever pitted first and them, I'd have a pretty good chance, and just built the lead going on the pit road. I was pretty aggressive, almost spun it on the last one, and just aggressive on pit road helped a lot. And then I was just kind of just saving the right front. For some reason, these cars, going into one, it was just eating that right front up for some reason. But thankful to get the win, and yeah, man.
Yeah, anyone like thank for tonight's win?
Yeah, everybody that showed up. I know it was a small field from last week. You guys for broadcasting, Rodney for setting us up.
Yep, and congrats on your win here tonight at Texas.
Thank you.
As that was Justin Sogak, our race winner here in the Lone Star State at Texas Motor Speedway. We're bringing our second place finisher, Bobby Blowers, here in a moment. Hello, Bobby. You got a copy?
Yep, I do.
So you bring home second there. You and Pacey Wygent battled it out a little bit there for second in the last 10 laps or so. Talk us through what your strategy there was. The last pit stop, you almost could have maybe caught up to Justin. You gained a little bit of time, but just kind of ran out of time there. Talk us through that whole stint right there, the last 40 laps.
Well, before that, we just kept getting stuck behind cars that pitted a little earlier and getting in the mixed strategy zone, and we just couldn't take off from them with the draft. But the last 40 laps, we took off from one of them, and I knew Pacey was going to work with me and try to get back to Justin, see what we could do there. Got around the 71 okay, I think, and then I just ran out of laps. I think another 10 laps or so, we might have got to Justin's draft and could have done something, but all in all, I'm okay with a podium here.
Yeah, I mean, you had a overall pretty good run here tonight. And you want to thank for tonight's second place run?
Yeah, revsimshop.com, 213simware.com, PBR Racing, Pacey for being a good dad's teammate. All my friends, Greg, Pillar, John Matthews, Casey, all my teammates. And shout out Blank Designs, that's me. Hit me up if you want to paint. Besides that, that'll do it for me.
Well, congrats on your second place run here at Texas.
Yeah, thank you.
So as Bobby Blowers finishing in second place, and we're going to speak to our third place driver, AC Wygent, who he was battling there the last few laps. Hello, Pace, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So you finish off in third place, battling Bobby there at the end for second. Anything you could maybe done differently? Kind of got tight off of two with two to go. We're on board with you there. Talk us through those last few laps.
No, there wasn't really much I could do. He had the fresher tires, even though it's by a lap. Texas, it's quite a bit. Um, my whole goal was just as soon as he caught me, because I knew he was faster, was just to let him by and then kind of push him up to Justin, the eventual winner. And well, we came close, but uh, he with like I think it was like 16 to go. Bobby got like super tight off of 2, and that affected my line because it then pushed him into my line, which just made me super aero tight. And after that, the right front was just killed. Um, but no, it was just all about the air at the end there, and there was nothing I could really do. He kind of set that in stone. He was pretty fast all night. And congrats to Justin on the win.
Yeah, you round yourself off in third place. Anyone that think for tonight's good run?
Yeah, I got to shout out you guys up in the booth for broadcasting. I got to shout out Rodney Ayers for putting all this on. Ayers Design for making the paint. If y'all need anything, just message him up. He's a really good paint designer. Got to shout out everybody who showed up tonight. I know it's not plate tracks, but everybody says this is where the real season begins. Shout out again to Justin for winning PBR. Just the fiance for allowing me to do this and putting the kids to bed tonight, especially. I think that about wraps it up, though.
Well, congrats on your third place run here tonight at Texas. We'll see you
Yeah,
next
thank
week at Dover.
Thank you.
That was Pacey Wisener, our third place finisher. We'll take a quick rundown of your full race results here, as we will look at those right here. And what that race it was, a lot of different strategy we saw throughout the night. And overall, a really fun race. But your race winner, Justin, Sogak in first, Bobby Lauer second, Pacey Wisener third. Switch all three of those drivers. Sam Hoff fourth, Cole Steiner fifth, last week's winner at Daytona. Jimmy Minch sixth, last driver in the lead lap. Casey Ellis seventh, DJ Anderson eighth, Nathan Fryer ninth, Greg Flair 10th, now at the 10th place position. And Papa Bear Campbell in 11th, Richard O 12th, Connor Morse 13th, Zach Meredith 14th, John Matthews around here 15th, Carfield 15th. So overall, what a fun race tonight it was. So a lot of different strategy, a lot of action, a lot more action than I thought we would see. Honestly, a track like Texas, usually like if you compare it to real life, quote unquote, one of the worst racing you can see on NASCAR sometimes. But tonight I put on a really good show overall. Next week they go to Dover, which is a completely different racetrack compared to Texas and Daytona, so pretty much 180 there, really on the west coast, or east coast, excuse me, of the United States also. But next broadcast we have is Tuesday Night Thunder, which was postponed from this week to next week, or the race was postponed with the iRacing update. So Richmond will be the next race there. We were supposed to do it last Tuesday, but postponed to next Tuesday there. So that's the next broadcast coming up. And we will see you then. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll, like I said, see you then Tuesday night.